Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. He's able to carry that momentum over to today. We're in for a show on MLB The Show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound now, Keider Montero. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, got the W last time out. 6 innings, a quality start. Hey, if a guy will give you that, you'll...
Well, Keider Montero is coming off a nice quality start in which he did earn a win. A little bit to my surprise. You know, he's by far the lowest overall starting pitcher that we have to use. So, anytime we can get a win with him, it's going to feel good. I don't know how used to it I'd get. Miguel Garcia is leading off. Liner, one hopper to Torres. He'll be forced to make the throw for the first out of the inning. Maybe they're going to use the lineups they should have used a couple of days ago.
And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right.
They might have.
Not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters...
I'd have to double check that, but that's a possibility. And by the way, when it comes to the Tavares no-hitter that he broke up with a broken bat single, how deep was the no-hitter? And was this a real no-hitter? And Carp started wearing a headband in-game about start of last year. I don't remember him having it previously. Oh, in the ninth. Oof. That is, of course, not ideal. That's a tough one. Oh. Speaking of tough, that probably was nearly tough. Just about as tough as the bearded ball boy. And the 1-2 from Keider. Ooh, way behind it, but good protection by Bobby Witt Jr. I don't know if I trust Montero to blow a fastball by Bobby Witt, but here goes nothing. Oh, great take.
Especially with 2 strikes.
Great take. Oh, no. The day will come, I'm sure. Seen the slider, seen the sinker. We just showed him the fastball. I didn't go back to the slider. There we go. Hard hit. Right to Torkelson, 2 away.
Start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
Tigers, not so much. We've had, what, 3 days off?
Lane Thomas.
3 days off and 21 days. I guess that is okay. And a ground ball from Lane. Throw to first and a 1-2-3 first inning for Keider Montero. See if the Royals, or rather the Tigers, can jump on the Royals here early. Maybe Gleyber Torres can finally get going.
Back at Comerica Park. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Chris Bubich. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Gleyber Torres.
Well, it is the second left-handed starter we've seen in the series from the Royals. Of course, Cole Reagan starting the first game. Gleyber Torres' batting average is now down to 169. Oh. Well, got the strike, apparently. Sure did. I don't know if 3 days off in 21 days is that ridiculous. Ooh.
And a strike to Gleyber.
I clearly was not ready for almost as perfect of a sweeper as you can throw to a right-hander as a lefty there. Oh, my God. Now 2-2. I don't know if Gleyber's hitless in the series, but it certainly feels like it. He feels like he's hitless in the homestand. I'll miss outside and a full count. Any positive thing that can happen to Gleyber right now would be a massive win.
Payoff pitch.
Walked him.
So a leadoff.
Take a leadoff walk. That's just fine. Kevin McGonigal.
Here's the third base.
Believe yesterday was the day he had a nice opposite field single drove into. Might have been a double. Skied it. Timed it up a little bit too well. That was kind of where I was looking to go again. Pitch was a good pitch to try and do it on. But squared it up pretty good. And, well, squared it up is a bit of a rough statement there. So now Jahmai Jones. Very limited at bats on the year for Jahmai. But he's already homered, and he's hit a double. I believe 2 for 4 on the season. I'm sure that 2,000 OPS will hold for Jahmai.
Jahmai Jones in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Can't say I'd blame the Royals if they did want to pitch around him, but then again, you got Dingler to deal with. Grounder, and really the first bad thing to happen to Jahmai Jones this year. Inning-ending double play. That's usually Gleyber. What the hell?
No score. Back here in Detroit, new inning getting started. So the Detroit Tigers have had an outstanding start to the season. Only a few weeks in, but so far they're every bit as good as expected, Singy.
Well, Tigers and the Royals gotten off to great starts, entering today with identical records. Fastball up and in. Salvador Perez got it going a little bit yesterday.
You can see the swagger.
It hit one out, and now he hits a bullet right through the left side. It'll lead off single for Sal. It might have been a sinker that didn't sink right there, and that's exactly the case. Runner on the move. It's a hit and run. This might still be 2. Throw back. Oh, what a double play. Salvador Perez wants out of Detroit bad. That is 2 incredible Javier Baez plays that he's been the victim of in this series alone. Starling Marte. Strike 1. That was great. I didn't really think we had a chance at it. The Royals didn't have any speed going on, though.
Ball.
Fastball will miss slow. 1-1. Could take the wind right out of the Royals' sails. Man, you get that hard hit leadoff single for Sal, and then that. And that one's going to stay fair, right to Torkelson. Montero allows a hit, but it's 6 up, 6 down regardless.
No score.
Disagreed with swing.
Hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Riley Green. Homered in the ball game.
Well, it's going to be a fun one to edit after Streamlabs quit. Mid-home run. The Dingler home run was just too powerful.
You just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run.
1-0 Tigers. That was a trip. It was acting weird the whole time. I was disconnecting from Stream Deck way more than I usually do. I was like, I don't know.
And that finds the mark on the outside.
Somehow we have to regroup after that.
The
highs of the home run, the lows of technology failing us.
Umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So
1-2
really
on
hard
Riley.
to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
And missed again. So a rough greeting here in the second inning for Chris Bubic. Hooper left field. That's going to hang up there.
Should have this one. And there's one
first out of the second inning.
Recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one.
Let's see Vierling.
Here's the center fielder, Matt Vierling.
Every time Vierling's in the lineup, man, I swear we get no win. Nothing to carry out a homer.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Even for Vierling, he's another guy very similar to like Zach McKinstry. It feels like they've been here forever, and they haven't been.
The 0-1.
Pretty well hit, right center field. Going back. Oh! Who needs the wind?
It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack one on the board. It's 2.
Matt Vierling goes up in April.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him.
We sure do. So now Torkelson.
Now it's going to be Spencer Torkelson.
Wow.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers
for anyone that may just be finding Tigers franchise here on Twitch or the recordings after. 2 years ago, it took us until very early July to hit a home run with Matt Vierling. Last year, it wasn't as long. I'd have to go back. I don't remember. Well, actually, it would have been a good ways. However, he came back. He was hurt almost the whole first half of the year, so might have been around the same time frame, but much less at bat. So, I mean, and to think at that point, Matt Vierling, when we went on that long, almost half-season drought without a home run for Matt, he was playing every day. That's crazy. Fouled away by Torkelson, 0-2. I'll have to break out the song again. I don't know where that file is. And a 2-2 count. Already a mess of an inning for Bubic. Dingler and Vierling with home runs.
And now it's 3-2.
Perez wants to look. I don't know if he's missed a challenge in the series. Oh.
Still one challenge left for them.
Close. And now to make Bubic pay. High in the air. Not going to get it done. The second out of the inning.
And there's 2 away.
Remember when Torque was the hot pick and picked the stick out? Not so much.
Wenzel Perez.
Switch hitter.
Day off yesterday.
Batting from the right side. Back in the lineup here today.
And
Wenzel
is
looped on
fouled
foul.
off.
So now, who on this team is still looking for their first home run of the year? It's going to be Wenzel.
2 runs are in here in the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Is it really just Wenzel?
0-1 down.
Back up the middle, a base hit. Well, not a home run for Perez, but that'll do just fine. Third Tigers hit of the inning, and you never know. Javi could surprise us.
There's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
One of his best chances to hit home runs, of course, against left-handed pitching. You know, I roasted the Twins mascot for wearing the old jersey. Well, his jersey still has the old English D on it. So, we're just as bad. Tried to launch, but only 91 miles an hour.
Perez leads off first with 2 down.
That's 95, man. We might have had that. Ooh. Was not expecting that sweeper. And a sharp one it was. I figured he'd go off speed, but I was looking changeup.
El Mago goes down on strike.
Tell you what, it's a great pitch from Chris Bubich, but 2 Tigers score on solo home runs. Dylan Dingler might be the best look you get at this. Thank you, Streamlabs. And then there goes Matt Vierling.
Back here in Detroit, on to the 3rd inning. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals.
Well, we do finally have the answer to our question in terms of who Evo's pick is. 7th Royal in the order. Now Montero will fire with a 2-run lead. Almost wouldn't believe that he's second on this team in hits. 19 hits on the year. The former Rookie of the Year. Maybe I would, because he is pulling shit out of his ass, dude. How the fuck did he do that?
There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter.
Where did his slider go? Oh my God. 10 inches outside. India on the move. It's a hit and run.
In the air, center field.
So on the run is Matt Vierling. India will retreat to first. No. We never had a chance to double the runner. India had already... I think he stopped mid
1 out man at first.
Steal attempt, if you will. Now Isaac Collins. So the
the
Royals have gotten 2 base runners now. The very next pitch, they've tried a hit and run on both of them.
The 1-0.
Watching our pitches a little bit. Change up, and oh my goodness, Casey. Throw back to first. Second double play in 3 innings for the Royals.
We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Tigers 2 and the Royals nothing. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. As we go to the last of the 3rd, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Keider Torres.
I believe Matt Vierling has the same amount of home runs now as Gleyber. Not what I would have expected. Rough career numbers against Bubich. Second time we've seen that, but we know what the first guy we paid attention to the career versus matchup did, and that was the home run by Dingler. Oh. It felt like it almost stopped on its way to the plate. Pitch kind of on the outer 3rd. Not really a great ball to try and pull.
Good
and now
take
2-1.
by Torres.
Trying to think where Gleyber's home run even came. It was prior to the home opener.
The 2-1.
Launched it again. Change up middle in. All right. Contact and power in the 70s against lefties.
2-2 now. Swing.
We fly ball. He went back to the same spot. Went with the fastball this time. It's actually kind of what we were looking for, and it's how it has gone and continues to go for Keider Torres.
Down the 3rd baseman, Kevin McGonigal.
3 for 9 in the series is McGonigal. 0 for 1 today. Average just slightly below 300. I don't know what I'm doing now.
Foul.
It is Mr. Bubich.
Hit hard,
And fouled away again.
to the left.
Working McGonigal inside. I would say it's not unexpected, but when we're facing Reagans, man, he attacked these lefties away. Oh, like that. Oh!
And he struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well executed pitch on the
that sweeper's his best pitch, man, for sure.
2 down, base is empty. And next to hit for Detroit, Jahmai Jones.
See if Jahmai Jones can add his name to the home run club today. Fouled straight back.
First offering is fouled off.
5 teams in the career of Jahmai Jones. That seems absurd. Oh.
Got the bat going too soon. Oh. Strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
40 pitches deep for Bubic. Certainly could be a lot worse, but then again, 2 of our hits left the yard.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss.
That's sweeper, man. It's devastating. He's got a good one.
They're up 2-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
All right, series for the Tigers. Came out well last night. Game 1, though. Game 1 was probably our worst of the year. Keider Montero back to work. Top of the Royals order, Miguel Garcia. That was one emphatic strike call from behind home plate here. And fouled off. I was trying to really work the slider today, but it wasn't really doing much for Keider. Curveball, swing and a miss.
That one in the dirt.
Dingler's throw down completes the strikeout, 1 down.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied.
That a
up,
tattoo on the back of
good
Garcia's
recovery
head, or
and
is it
finish
just
the
some
out at
really
first.
weird
That's a play you could easily panic on
hair
and throw into right field.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt. Went right back at him. Vierling got a good jump on it, and he'll make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out on Witt.
Up next to the Royals, the center
Like it.
Here's Lane Thomas. He's 0 for 1.
Lane Thomas with 2 down.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Something I'm noticing.
I'll do it for Evo since we got a late start. He's not here.
It makes you wonder if that was talked
I know,
about
it's
in the
probably
hitters
not the
meeting
face.
before this game started.
But I've only ever seen the face in an emote. I don't know the exact expression.
And it's fouled away.
Something like that. The look of sheer disgust in the 0-2. Speaking of disgust, a disgusting curveball located well from Keider Montero. Just cruising out here.
Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler.
Dylan Dingler back up for the first time since his solo home run. Put us on the board.
And the first
And
pitch
a ball.
misses for ball 1.
Well, that early missed challenge by Salvador Perez could certainly impact the Royals long term in this game. I don't know if that's one you would have gone after, but with the eye that Perez had shown in this series, maybe if they weren't down to 1.
Just off the inside edge.
Which might incline us to be a little bit more patient, especially playing with a lead. Oh my, what a bullet from Dingler! That one's gotta go! It does! 2 home run night. We're in the 4th for Dylan Dingler.
Second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
2 home runs in 4 innings today. He had 3 the whole rest of the year.
My goodness, who saw this coming? Defying the odds with his second homer of the game. You know, for a player not known for his power, Boone, he's making quite the statement with these swings.
Next
wow. Power surge for Dylan Dingler as Green will take strike one.
At the plate, and patience definitely seems to
hey, I think the Erie Seabulls have a chance. They're only down 5.
On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Played by India, who looks like his hair got frozen in time. I go to the replay, but I think hair physics are unique to when you see it, so I don't think that would serve us all that well.
Set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Well, more or less, this is working out very similar to the last time. Dingler and Vierling were up. How about a multi-homer game for Matt Vierling? I know we've done it before, but man. Not on that.
No, that's inside.
Vierling.
Seawolves better win tomorrow. I got like 4 Seawolves hats showing up at my doorstep.
2018. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Thought I saw the fastball low. I very much did not. And out of my side. 4 hits allowed by Bubic. 3 solo shots.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
And watch out! Watch out! Here he's coming.
Two now.
I just couldn't commit to it.
4 strikeouts.
Would have been way out in front on it. Probably should have followed through the swing anyway, but a strikeout for Vierling. Torkelson, you wonder if they'll bother bringing Bubic back out for the 5th inning.
Torkelson in the box.
I don't know what it is. I can only time shit up with Dingler today. Felt like a good swing.
Ripped right field.
I don't really time it up, but it's gonna go. 4 solo home runs.
And Torque muscles one out of here. Second home run of the inning for them. And they add on. That's their 4th home run of the game.
4th home run of the game, 4th torque bomb of the year to make it 4-0.
So 2 down.
And what a change this is.
Now for the Tigers.
Because on game days where we don't get really any wind of any sort, those have kind of been some of our worst in terms of hitting for any sort of power. Home run power, extra base power, hasn't mattered.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Ball 1 to Wenzel Perez. Now you really do doubt that Bubic will be back for the 5th. Up the middle. Oh, tricky play, and it gets through India.
With a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now it's Baez. Struck out
looking Wenzel Perez.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
I'm sure Bubic can backdoor that sweeper, but hasn't really done it today. Baez with a rip and foul. Erie! They scored again!
Perez off of first.
Believe!
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He might have wised up on the fact that I like the fastball down there. Been teasing it all inning. And a 1-2.
That's the ball.
He threw a good one down there, threw that changeup, just middle of the plate, but well low. Damned him. Tough in a 2-strike count. The inning will be over The Tigers did 2 more home runs.
Dylan
Dingler again.
Long ball was working.
And then
It's
Spencer
now
Torkelson
4
goes
nothing ball
oppo.
game. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Oh, you don't get off to a 4-loss start. Not playing well. However, Tigers looking to stake an early claim on the American League Central lead today. Looking good to do so at the moment. Salvador Perez.
Well,
First time up against Keider Montero. Hit an absolute missile.
All game, and it's led to some frustrating
This one
moments.
right
They've
at
been
Gleyber.
fooled quite a bit today.
Plenty of
Slinging
time.
it to first
One
in
down.
time.
Up next
And
for the
here's a
Royals,
look at how he's
the
using his
first baseman,
pitches
How
in this
about
one.
Vinny.
A hit on the sinker, that came from Salvador Perez, and that slider that just got
Vinny
flared out.
Pasquantino getting ready to
into
hit.
center
He
field
hit into
by
a double
Jonathan
play
India.
his first time up.
That is all the damage against Keider Montero thus
Oh,
far.
that's a ball.
I want to look at it, but we're sitting pretty. Would have been a bad choice.
Ball.
I don't know. I think that one was
Down
close
by
too.
4, and we're at the top of the 5th.
This could be a mistake.
That
Wow.
one
Ball.
misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
A rare
I don't know
three-run
how
here.
much
He's
we
been
want to
throwing
give
strikes all
Pasquantino
day.
here.
Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Oh, wow.
Swing and a ball
3-0
left
swing,
field.
not on a good curveball. There
Two
are
down.
2 away. And for the Royals, it is just
The right fielder.
Starting
going
Marte up to hit.
horribly.
His first time up.
And that
Swing
one,
and a high
first
fly ball to
pitch,
left. Green
out to
under
left
it.
and Riley Green.
Brings it in.
I don't know what
And that
Keider's pitch count is. I haven't really been paying
Still nothing on the
attention. It's
scoreboard
gotta
for
be
him after
low.
5. This is Tigers baseball.
Keider Montero
on the
go
show,
deep.
Great Lakes. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Alex Lang. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Back to the top of the Detroit order. Here comes Gleyber Torres.
Well, he's the former Tiger Alex Lang. 2nd appearance of the series and the season.
Well, these
That's a
Tigers really impressing me with the quality.
I
of
would
their
say
bats
former
in this one. It's been
teammates
fun getting a
briefly.
chance to see them go to work. It
Alex
looked to me
Lang, I
like
think,
they
appeared in
really
one
wanted to get to
game for the
starter
Tigers
early,
last
get him out
year.
of the game before he settles in. So I'd say
Slap to right field, Gleyber
And a
Torres.
base hit. Solo run
Sinker
before to
left
start
up in
the
the
inning.
strike zone.
He was
And they pull the lefty, all of a sudden
Joe
Gleyber gets a
Verlander used to
hit.
drive that pitch the opposite
Go
way.
figure.
Didn't get jumpy,
Oh, fuck
didn't
that
try to
happened.
Pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel
Well,
right to
McGonigal
it, and
is
then
0 for
extended through
2.
the swing for the line drive base hit.
Off strikeout his last time. Just a nasty sweeper.
Chases the changeup in the
That's a
dirt.
bad swing for
Double-barreled
them.
action in the bullpen.
Daniel Lynch,
Daniel
Eli
Lynch,
Morgan have
the
both
left-handed
pitched
reliever,
in this
appears to be getting
series. In
loose.
fact, Eli Morgan, if he were
getting
to
cranked up
enter,
as well.
would pitch in all 3 games.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Fair.
And that's strike 2.
Fair.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play.
He's gotta know.
opportunity
He's
here,
gotta
you've
know
got
that
to
that's
lay
what
off
I'm
pitches
looking
down
for.
in the zone right there, swinging at that pitch. That's a
Oh,
no-no.
sure. Just put 3
Swings through that
separate
one, it's a
pitches down
strikeout.
below the
I
zone.
don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some
That's a rough
point
one.
succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way.
Now
And
we're in a
then the
rough
top
spot
spin
with
and
Jahmai
gravity take
Jones.
over
We
in the
could
blink of
put
an eye.
Kerry
It's just
Carpenter
such a tough
in
pitch to lay
now.
off of.
Chance to collect
Gotcha.
himself.
You know what?
Now,
We
he
will.
asks
I'm
for
gonna
time.
throw Pat a bone because he did pick Carp and then Boogie. We're gonna put Kerry Carpenter here in the game
The Tigers go
midway
with the pinch
through.
hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Runner on first and 1 down
Hopefully,
for him.
in theory, Carpenter can stay in the game the remainder of the way. Hit home run number 9 last night. Yeah, good block, Salvador Perez. Knuckle curve in the dirt from Alex Lang. We all know Kerry Carpenter don't need wind to hit home runs. And a 2-0 count.
In recent games, and a big reason why getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently.
With the 2 home runs would be due up next.
Close.
Missed it. Oh my goodness, they're not going to challenge that.
There, but didn't get the strike at the knees. And
that was absolutely a strike.
There on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the
and that's what we were talking about a little bit earlier. That, you know, the Royals haven't played with just the 1 challenge remaining very much this this series. In fact, at all. So, wow.
Here's a 3-0. And ball
not even close, not unexpected. And it will be Dylan Dingler again.
He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Well, we're going to StatCast of Dylan Dingler's home runs.
He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Over 800 feet of home runs tonight for Ding.
And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
That'll miss.
5 straight.
Drop the app, man. He can't follow you. We've been over this.
The Tigers
that was also
one open. Last
barely a strike.
5. In the dirt,
oh my!
squirts away from Perez. But all
things unraveling quickly for Kansas City. Oh, damn. Can't say I was expecting that. Missed high, 3-1. They got to deal with Green if you load the bases. I'd give Dingler a pretty good pitch to hit here. Maybe not great, but make sure it's a strike.
2 on, 1 out.
Oh,
fouled off.
It wasn't. It wasn't. That was good.
Payoff pitch.
And he walked him still. Ball 4.
Interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hill.
5th inning unraveling. They could pull Lang here, but they will not.
Critical at bat.
Riley Green could blow the doors off this thing. Ball 1.
A little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Oh my goodness. 16 pitches already for Alex Lang.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
Letting it go, and it's 2-0.
Bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count.
Between the command and the lack of challenges with the ABS, Royals digging their own grave here. Oh, this is a great pitch. Evaded the bat. Hey, way to go, Mud Hens. At least the Mud Hens are holding up their end of the bargain.
Here's a 2-1.
Oh.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Lang found it again.
Right there, just pulled the string.
Those last 2 pitches.
1 out, bases full.
And into left field, a base hit. Station to station for the Tigers. It is 5-0, and the first run that we've scored without the home run.
He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well.
Wow.
105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
So up next, Matt Vierling.
Now Vierling.
He's already homered in this game.
And into left field again, a base hit.
1 run is in. Runner at third.
Keep them coming.
Bases still loaded and still only 1 away.
Multi-hit day, Matt Vierling.
Nice line drive to the
You gotta pull Lang, man.
That's the key. You still have to.
He's getting bludgeoned.
In order to hit a line drive like that.
Spencer
Oh my God.
digs in now. He's already homered here in this one.
He's got a little stamina left, I guess, but man, the results are not there. Fastball away. And ground ball. This should be 2 to end the inning. And it is. So this certainly could have been a lot worse for the Royals. But it is still all Tigers. 6-0.
Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Pa' que me la modele, ya las heridas no le duelen, yo le traigo pa' que se revele, y formemos el DNR, porque por tu cara sé que quieres, yo sé bien.
Jonathan India steps in for the Royals.
Second baseman, Jonathan.
Well, if this series has taught us anything, is it that new double wall, new as of a couple years ago. Yes, indeed. They just didn't put, like, I don't know what to call it, so let's call it like a hitbox, essentially, on the opposite side of the wall. So balls, if you land between the old wall and the new wall, it just bounces through the new wall and back onto the field.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
I called on Jonathan India.
In this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%.
Ridiculous hit into center field. His first time, and look at
That's a base hit.
Jonathan India
First base runner since the third
is
inning.
absurd.
Up next for the Royals, the designated.
Like, think about what he's done here in this game. He took a slider, I think I said it was about 10 inches away from him, and just poked it into center field. And then now, sinker down and in, hits it the other way. Late swing by Jensen into the netting.
The 0-1.
Change up, way out in front. Royals are just off balance, man. Curveball outer edge, got the corner, strike 3. Keider Montero, man, we were shitting on him. 65 overall pitcher. He's even better today than he was against Minnesota. Obviously, you missed Justin Verlander. The hype with him being back and all, but going on 2 pretty darn good starts for Montero. And this has just been, so far, outstanding. Look, I'm finally looking at the pitch count. 42 pitches through 5 of the third. He is absolutely dealing tonight. Wow. Royals are helping him out. We'll say that much, but this is insane. Slider outer edge. That is line right to Javier Baez for out number 2.
They still drive you absolutely crazy.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Michael Garcia, the next
fastball in at the knees. This is what's making the difference right now is that Montero's throwing strikes.
Comes up
and when he's not, they're going after him.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him
Top
into
of the
scoring
strike zone,
position.
fouled away. Rare.
Try to put something up on the board.
Extended at bat. Here for the Royals. Curveball, foul. It's just the third trip through the order now for Keider Montero. He'll throw pitch number 50.
Here's the 0-2.
Grounder.
Out to short, Baez.
Should be easy. Javi Baez throws to first. 6 outstanding innings from Keider.
There now. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Daniel Lynch.
I think it's got to be a little tough.
Daniel Lynch, an inning in the third in his season debut yesterday. Again, a good time to remind you that a lot of the pitchers with the, I mean, the Royals don't have insane injuries, but, you know, they had a few. So a lot of the pitchers on their roster IRL were down in the minors, so they are making their season debut in this series. Daniel Lynch had a good start. Speaking of good starts, Winsel Perez, 2 for 2 here today. It's brief time on the roster after the Parker Meadows injury, batting .357. There you go. Not for us. Wenzel stands perhaps a little bit too close to the plate for that. And down the left field line, 3 for 3 is Winsel Perez. This one for extra bases. Pulling in with an easy double.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Just a bludgeoning right now of KC. I don't know why they brought in another left-hander to face this part of the order. To face 3 right-handers. Fastball up and in. Lynch already quite tired with that inning and a third yesterday.
Swinging a foul.
That's about the first time we got a home run pitch today and we missed it. Damn. Oh.
Battling here as he fouls
lucky
it
to
away.
get a piece of that.
Runner in
I'll give it
position,
to the
nobody
Erie
out.
Seawolves today.
Here at the
They've made it a
bottom of the
game.
6th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Battling. Chased a couple balls. That one pretty bad, but regroup. Down
That's
low.
the ball down.
The 1-2 on Baez. And make it 2-2. Knuckle curve feels like it moves twice. At least that one. It's gross. Javi, center field. I don't think it's got the pop to leave. Lane Thomas is there.
He's there.
Wenzel tagging up to third, and there will be no throw to third.
With 1 out.
Not the result you want, especially the way this game has gone for the Tigers bats, but productive out for Javi Baez.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
We'll give Gleyber a chance at an RBI. How many RBIs? 3. 3 RBIs on the year for Gleyber Torres.
Is looking for something up
In
the zone.
comparison,
He can get his
Kerry
arms extended,
Carpenter.
which you have to be careful of. is
No,
that
I
if
get that's a
it's
bad
up,
comparison.
it's in on your
Hot
hands.
hitter the
That'll
last
pop
3
you up
years
in the
in this
infield, and
franchise.
That's exactly what the pitcher wants.
To Gleyber is quite the fall off, but Carp's over 20. I know Green, I think, has 17.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Hee-haw!
So I don't know if it's just good hitter at the top of the order and they're pitching him tough and, you know, I'm not helping him out sometimes, but damn.
Misses
That'll
just off the
miss.
outside edge. I think
Ooh.
that was a strike.
Certainly felt like it was close enough for a challenge. Oh, that's
Right
good.
there for a strike.
That's good after 3 fastballs. 21. I thought he had like 20. I felt like 27. Maybe that's a little high, but he's over 20. High fly ball for Gleyber. Not the way we drew it up, but Lane Thomas underneath it. Can't imagine there will be a play at home plate. Wits throw, there will be no throw. 7-0 Tigers and the sac fly RBI for Gleyber Torres.
7 now. So no one on after the sack fly.
Gotta love it.
McGonigal will hit next.
Rough strikeout last time for
In this
McGonigal.
one.
And a
On
ground
the
ball.
ground.
Man can't get out of left on left. It's tough. Inning is over. We head to the 7th.
It's the Tigers 7 and the Royals nothing. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Siggy, we've been
Feels
in
a
all the press
little bit
boxes.
crazy to
You got
think about.
best press box food.
Could Keider Montero go the distance today?
We have to go Philadelphia, yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes.
Nope.
New York
Ball.
for me is pretty good.
Obviously, he's got to keep
Yeah,
up what he's been doing thus far, but
Strike.
Indication, man, right now is that there's no reason to believe that he will not.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries.
Swing and a miss. Even on his mistakes.
It's great though.
Keider Montero is having a night.
Where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath.
Lane Thomas 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out.
Thomas, batting with one down, takes a strike.
You do feel for Evo just a little bit. For the first time in this series, did not randomly pick Lane Thomas.
Next pitch is outside.
But we got the crab
Jonathan
fries in
India has
Philadelphia,
probably
is that
been the
right?
Royals'
Yep.
best
And then
hitter.
Been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
By the
I
way.
knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
Oh,
That's
better
right.
slider, hopefully. Depends on your
Sliders is
definition
having a
of
tough
better.
time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Oh,
And it remains 2
good
and
pitch
2.
from Montero. We have not used the changeup much at all today.
Out to
Chopper,
short.
Thomas with good speed, but snagged by Baez.
First
Good
out of
away.
in time.
Up next for the Royals, the catcher,
Tigers starting pitching staff, and I feel like it's the
Two outs,
reason we're
base is
even
empty.
thinking
Now it's
about it at this
Salvador Perez
stage.
to the plate.
Has
1 for
already
2.
thrown 2, or rather 3, complete game shutouts.
Just off the
I guess if you
outside
want to be
edge.
technical,
And that's ball 1.
probably we should say 2 complete game shutouts. 1 from Valdez, 1 from Skubal. And you know, the perfect game.
Foul ball there.
Bubic has been out for a good while now.
2 down, nobody on. So
Out
the
away.
foul ball makes it 1 and 2.
Here we go. Curveball.
Up the
Back
middle.
up the middle.
That was smoked
And
through
it
the
gets
infield.
through
And that
Baez.
extends the inning.
It's a chopper, but it was hit hard by Salvador Perez, even though it was almost right into the dirt.
up next for the Royals, the first
Vinny
baseman,
Fair.
Pasquantino.
It's not even a bad
For the
pitch from
Royals.
Montero.
Pasquantino.
I really like how he's been
Fastball
attacking
in.
hitters early in at bats.
That's multiple
He's
hits
throwing
for
strikes on the
Perez
first pitch to
now.
Over 70% of the guys
India
he's
with a
faced in this
multi-hit
one.
game. This
Swing
one to
and a ground ball
Baez.
out to short.
Probably should have gone to second,
Baez
but first
fires
works
over to
too.
first. Inning over.
Keider Montero's
Still
through
in
7.
total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eli Morgan. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Well, we may have seen Eli Morgan twice in this series. We've not gotten much of anything
Now
going
it's the
against
DH,
him, and they
Gary
bring
Carpenter.
him on
He
to
walked
face
and came
Gary
around to score
Carpenter.
his first time up.
Remember, this guy with a very standard repertoire, however, all of his stuff is quite good.
Swings
As
over the top of
aforementioned,
that
it
one.
is a real slow changeup that he leads with. And it's a good one, and it absolutely falls off a cliff. Carpenter with a drive, right field. Has he done it? Sure has. Another solo shot for the Tigers.
A solo shot.
8-0, and Gary Carpenter is the first in the majors to 10 home runs.
It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
I can't truly verify that fact. I didn't look at it.
This guy was looking
But he's
for
gotta be, right? There's no way.
turn on the
Mid-April,
inside.
somebody else has
So
10.
direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
No
Now the
shot.
catcher comes up to him. Dylan Dingler. Close one.
So what? That's home run number 5 for
Nobody
Detroit.
out, nobody out with a run in.
That's another
We're at the
one
bottom of the
that-
7th.
The ABS situation was different. KC might look at.
Bullpen action for the Royals.
It's
Nick
gross.
Mears
It's so gross.
up
It's-
and loosening
it's-
in the pen.
Almost unfair. Slapped. Oh, what a pick. At first
Takes it
base,
himself, and he got
Pasquantino.
him.
Dingler's
Nicely done
out.
at
One
first
away
for
in the
the
7th
out.
inning.
Hit for the Tigers, the left fielder, number 31, Riley.
Now the left
Picking
fielder,
up
Riley
right
Green.
where we left off last year with Kerry Carpenter. I will never understand why we hit with Carp like he's just the greatest player of all time, but we do.
Well, he had a pretty
Slider,
good look
top
at
of the
that
strike
pitch,
zone. That
and not
might have
sure
been a ball,
exactly
but
what tied him up there.
fuck,
Couldn't
I
pull
know.
the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan measures 5 feet 10
Green, 1
inches.
for 3.
He features a changeup, a 4-seamer, and he works in a
And
slider.
that one hit drove in a run. Oh, Riley Green, right center.
Field. Way
I
back
believe. No, that's way out of here. Add on another solo home run.
Of the inning, and they boost their lead. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back
Meatball.
games now.
Yep,
After
seeing the ball well,
meatball.
and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
1 down. Matt Vierling up now for
That
the
is home
Tigers.
runs on back-to-back days
That's
for Riley Green. And then they give Vierling one that he probably could have handled. Got to be a changeup, right?
No, that's down. Ball.
Might as well have been.
So now
Oh,
1-2.
yeah, sure. Is that what I need to start doing? Throwing sliders up and in?
Ball.
Taking the change. I guess the benefit of it being so slow is that it gives you time to think about it.
Got
Not
it
that.
looking. 2 away.
Really good slider on the outer edge.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going
Are we all for Morgan?
Eli Morgan will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Nick
Royals,
Mears will
Number
take over
31.
here. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Really good ERA for Nick Mears. That's great stuff, isn't it?
Now here is Spencer Torkelson.
2 for 8 in the series. The solo home run tonight. About half the lineup has.
Ball.
I don't know if I noticed that little hitch in the delivery of Nick Mears yesterday.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
2-0 on Torque. No action in the Tigers' pen. We're going to send Keider Montero out for the 8th.
There's
Torque
a swing and a drive.
blooper
Reaching
going
towards the
back
wall.
and
Hit
foul.
there. This one lands foul.
98 right there from Mears. Oh,
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I was hoping for a curveball, truth be told. Job to fight it off.
Just
Ooh,
misses.
they missed that, and they're not going to challenge that either. Oh, KC has missed out on so many chances. I wonder if they lost their second challenge, and I didn't see it.
And a payoff pitch. The right-hander gives up the 2.
I really wish there was an
One of the things about that
indication
two-out
on
walk,
the
base
scoreboard
runner over
for
first
that.
base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line.
Because
or into the
I'm a
gap
little bit in
will
the
produce
dark
a
in that
two-out
regard.
RBI, and those are the best.
Maybe next
That
year.
is if you are the offensive side of it.
Wenzel, center field. There's 2 away.
Has a beat on it.
And
that'll do
the
it.
end of the inning. We head to the 8th.
The 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0.
It's been a long while, I got it on pitch.
Back at Comerica Park, we go to the 8th. Starling Marte steps in for the Royals.
About 66 pitches in for Montero. I do think that's a strike.
Challenge from behind this year. And that one did find the strike zone.
That's our first ABS challenge, I believe, of the entire game. Maybe our second. Been a long one. Grounder, this to Baez. He's been busy today.
Fires to
One
first
down.
in time.
Unless it's a quick 8th for Montero, I do
Jonathan
think
India at the plate.
it might be
He's
better
2 for
served
2.
warming somebody up.
Hey, ha!
What a weird, fluky day for Jonathan India.
And
Fly
that one
ball
hammered.
for once.
And
It'll go foul.
That is foul. The Tigers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Swing and a miss.
Well, I think he's got
Down goes India, first time today.
Right now. I mean, he's got the shutout working.
Good
so
strikeout
far,
from
and
Montero.
When he challenges these guys, he's getting away with it. That
And
pitch
now
right
Carter
there
Jensen.
really wasn't anything special, a hittable pitch, but he gets the punch out.
Jensen at the plate.
I guess
now,
what
and
we
that's
do
strike
have to
one.
remind ourselves of is that Montero's going to need to make another start before
Shootout
another day
going
off.
on. Ground ball left
That ball's
side.
So if he's
And
gonna get
foul
tired,
ball.
like, say, right now,
The 0-2.
probably pull him.
On the ground
To
first,
Torque.
Torkelson.
He might start the
Himself
ninth.
to the bag, and that'll do it.
Unbelievably so. He
Down
may
on the mound as he's
go
complete
back out.
without surrendering a run. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Strong. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Let's see who bats in the inning. It's Baez, Torres, and McGonigal. Why bring in the lefty? Baez, base hit left side. Tigers ain't done.
Man aboard.
13th hit of the night for Detroit.
Back to the top of the order.
And an opportunity for Gleyber Torres. We live for those.
In the air to left center.
Ain't no pop on his bat, man. Doesn't matter if I get deep into a count, early in a count, man. That's been all year.
Up next for the Tigers.
Unfortunate.
One out man at first.
Well, an
And
0
up
for
next
4
Detroit,
for
Kevin
McGonigal.
Outside low. Ball
See
one.
Strom in this
Action in the
series.
pen
Also
down
seen
there.
John Schreiber.
The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening.
No, that's low.
Strom,
Ball.
a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider,
All-Star,
a
former
sinker,
Nashville
a
Mudcats
cutter,
legend.
and he works in a changeup. Just
3-0.
That's low.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2
By the
pitches
way,
that he's thrown.
I can't believe I
good
just
pitches,
swung
but
3-0 with
even better
McGonigal against the lefty.
Man at first, one away.
I do think
Time ahead
that
of the 3-1 pitch.
getting help in the bullpen is a smart idea because when he's tired, when Montero, if he's going to get hit around a little bit, all that, I do think we should have help ready. That was probably a ball, and it was.
But it kicks foul.
Well, Strom's got a good slider. We know it.
Swing.
Fastball again.
Struck him out.
Fair.
And 2 away now.
Third time he's struck
Rough
out
one
in this
for
one,
McGonigal, but man, he's been facing
individual
left-handers all
performance you
day.
wanna flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable.
Here's Carpenter.
Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball
1
game,
for 1
at
with a
least you can
walk.
focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that I'm right-handed myself. I just see left on left and I get terrified. We face right on right all the time.
That's a ball.
Perhaps it's the way that our lefties hit against left-handed pitching.
Check swing.
Around.
He went. That's strike 2.
So that's why I just kind of swing quite loose, quite free.
Ball.
Missing up and in, 2-2.
Baez off of first with 2 away.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that ends the inning.
Carpenter strikes out. Inning is over. And Keider Montero, believe it or not, is heading back out.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
If I remember correctly, it's 9-1-2 for the Royals here, and it is. Isaac Collins against Keider Montero.
He's
Oh
very
my
consistent
God.
with his command out there on the mound. Consistently
Getting
throwing
tired
at the
now.
knees. Pretty impressive when a
Well,
guy
this
can repeat his delivery like
Kind
this.
of take stock of where this inning is headed.
Pitch.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the
Now
zone.
those, I
think
really
the
probably
center
should have
sight's a
saved
little
that
bit
sinker
higher, 'cause you'll have a
for a
tendency to
2-strike
chase
pitch.
if you look down in that area.
Fouled off.
Fights that one away, and the count
It's not what you
remains
want to
0-2.
see. Gotta worry about Keider's long-term stability,
Keeps the
and
at-bat
that's
going
fouled
with a
away
foul
too.
ball.
Longer this at-bat goes on, the more I think he might not
Field
last.
2.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
We got 2 challenges in our back pocket, but that missed. Back to Keider. Play from Torres. How about that?
Out of the play.
Off the ricochet, a 1-4-3 putout.
Was quite a shot
Montero,
he
of
took,
course, going to
as
be
you see it
fine
down
with the
on
manual
knee.
injuries
Clearly
on.
in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to.
Probably
It's looking
didn't
to me
hit him
like he's going to try to shake it
Too
off and
hard,
continue.
and now Miguel Garcia.
Garcia. that is
After a
one
bit of a
down,
longer
takes
at
a
bat,
strike.
we could use a quick out here. And a liner right at McGonigal. 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive.
This might be the equivalent of the Dixon Machado home run if we can get this done.
Everything is in your control.
Ground ball. It's to Baez. It is a complete game shutout
And the Tigers
for Keider Montero.
this 3-game series.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because
Counting
of all
Scooble's
the offensive
perfect
prowess
game, it
that
is
these
the
hitters are showing around
4th
the league
complete
today.
game
They had
shutout of
but
the
this game,
year
they saw it all the way through to the end.
for
Nice
Tigers
win.
starters. Tigers win this series, lead the American League Central, and head to Fenway Park for a 3-game set against the Red Sox.